Congressman and Mr. Speaker, what else are these purveyors of confusion supposed to say? They've had an opportunity to spread deregulation all over. They've declined the opportunity for many years to pass an anti-predatory lending bill. They have promoted tax breaks for the wealthiest among us, and now that they've had the opportunity to have a House and a Senate in which their particular caucus was in the majority, they've had a full opportunity to manifest their economic ideas, and what those ideas have come to has been the largest foreclosure crisis since the Great Depression. What these economic ideas of that the poor have too much and the rich don't have enough is that we have had serious unemployment spikes higher than any since we've seen since the early 80s, which was the Reagan Depression or recession. What we've seen is record lows in consumer confidence. The fact is that you can't expect the people who are purveying confusion regarding this Community Reinvestment Act come clean, because then they'd have to admit that it's their economic policies that have brought forth the economic malaise that America is in now. In fact, the Community Reinvestment Act is good economics. The Community Reinvestment Act says that what we're going to do is we're just going to ask banks who draw deposits from a neighborhood to also loan to that neighborhood. And the Community Reinvestment Act came about based on statistically documentable evidence of redlining, which is a process whereby lenders and sometimes insurance companies systematically deny credit to certain communities, particularly low-income and minorities communities. Importantly, the Community Reinvestment Act does not prescribe minimum targets nor dictate specific underwriting policies. It doesn't even set goals for lending or investment. Instead, it gives considerable discretion to bank regulators and examiners, and it ensures that loans are made in a manner consistent with, as you pointed out, Congressman Cleaver, safe and sound banking practices. Let me just quote from somebody who ought to know a little bit about banking and the financial markets, and that's Fed Governor Elizabeth Duke. Fed Governor Elizabeth Duke is a person who has a PhD in economics, who's studied these issues, not known for wild statements, and is essentially a paragon of reliability and stability. Here's her analysis. She says that the claim that the CRA, the Community Reinvestment Act, caused the current crisis is a quote-unquote misperception promulgated by many who either do not know much about the law or don't like it, unquote. That's what Fed Governor Elizabeth Duke had to say. Finally, Federal Reserve Chairman Benjamin Bernanke has indicated, quote, our own experience with the CRA over more than 30 years and recent analysis of available data, including data on subprime loan performance, runs counter to the charge that the CRA was at the root of or otherwise contributed to, in any substantive way, the current mortgage difficulties.